Today we're talking about probiotics again and the best probiotics to support your immune system. I'm Dr. Shelley Meyer. I'm a registered dietitian, functional medicine doctor, family doctor. On this channel, I talk a lot about gut health and hormone health and how you can boost both of those things and help them work together to make you feel better. So I've done quite a few videos on probiotics. If you haven't checked those out, I encourage you to do so, especially the ones if you're a woman, and there's are ones on women's health. And then I have the best probiotics that I like to use in my patients. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that today. But today we're focusing on the strains and blends that could help support your immune system, because we're getting into another complicated cold season where there could be cold, flu, COVID is still there. And RSV is bad this year in 2022. So ways to boost your respiratory and gut health, because 70 to 80% of our immune system is in our gut. So we want to have good gut health to then have a better immune system. So let's talk about some different strains. So the main strains that you see in most of the probiotics, and I'm going to talk about another one that I really like, but lactobacillus and bifido strains, bifidobacterium. So there are some others, the spore-based probiotics I'm not really going to get into today, but those can be helpful. And, you know, there's a new Akkermansia that is very helpful, particularly for brain health and fatigue and those kind of things. But I am not going to get into that today either, because it's not in most of the probiotics right now. It's just in a very specialized type. So I've helped hundreds of patients heal their gut and help their hormones. And also I'd love for you to stay tuned to like, subscribe, and share so that this channel keeps growing. And hit the bell to be notified when I post a new gut and hormone health video every week. So some of the strains that I like I said, or the blends that I like, have a variety of strains of lactobacillus and bifido, and that is a basically staple of a good probiotic, I think. There are some individual strains we use, and you can check that out in my other videos, specifically for, you know, female health, vaginal health, urinary tract health. But typically, when I'm talking about boosting the immune system in the gut, I like to have a multi-strain product. And I will stay tuned to the end because I'm going to tell you how to choose a probiotic. But the studies that have been done have supported Lactobacillus casei, a certain type of lactobacillus, various bifidobacterium infantum and lactis, as well as Lactobacillus rhamnosus, to be in these individual unique strains, have been very supportive in both kids and adults of a healthy immune system. They've increased immunity, they've decreased respiratory and flu-like symptoms in studies, They've improved the antibody response to vaccines. So that's one way they can test if there really is a good immune response, is to look at the antibody response, particularly to a vaccine, because that is measurable. So when they find that more antibody production is there with these certain strains of probiotics, for example, then they know that there's better immunity. They've also looked at the duration of symptoms for flu, for example. In college students, I know one of the studies was, and just regular adult age people and in kids, that they had a less longer flu-like symptoms. So like lowered it by 2.5 days in some studies, like as far as your flu-like symptoms. That's pretty much the same as what Tamiflu does, if it even works, which it doesn't sometimes work. So it's good data to know. And if you're struggling with any kind of gut health issues, be sure you check out my Trust Your Gut course. It'll help with abdominal pain, bloating, constipation, SIBO, imbalance in the gut, gastric irritation, all those things that you may be suffering from. It's good to have a good base of knowledge, and it's an online course, and we have a discounted link down below. But back to the video. So the bifidobacterium is really good. Lactobacillus rhamnosus, very good. Lactobacillus casei, very good. But there's other strains too. So how do you choose a good probiotic? Well, for one, there's a lot out there. So you can see my best probiotics videos and my playlists, which I'll attach one of those, or I'll post one of those up here. And then the playlist is in the description. And then Trust Your Gut. In that course, I talk about it a lot. But one of my favorites is Orthomolecular, which is a doctor recommended, or a doctor brand. They have it online and I think on Amazon. but they try to keep it off of Amazon because they want to know where it's coming from. So you can get it through, there's a Fullscript link of my online dispensary, and you can definitely trust Fullscript. But the reason I like the molecular orthobiotic is because it meets all the check marks. Other than in some of my videos, I've said to get a probiotic that has 12 or more strains. I've kind of changed my tune on that because something like orthobiotic has the right strains in it. For example, it has the bifidolactis, it has the bifido infantis, it has the lactobacillus rhamnosus, it has the lactobacillus casei, in addition to some other lactobacillus strains. So it only has 6 strains, but it has really good strains in it. And also, the reason it really stands out in the crowd is it has Saccharomyces boulardii, which is not a probiotic, but is often called a probiotic. It's actually a yeast strain, but a healthy yeast strain. And the reason it's really good for immunity, among other things, very good for healing H. pylori. It's very good for healing the gut lining. But that's the way it helps immunity, because it boosts your SIGA, your immune antibody IgA that lines the whole digestive tract. If that can stay strong, then our gut is less leaky. We're not gonna get as sick. So that's why I really, really like the orthomolecular, because it's very hard to find a probiotic that has that in there in addition to all these other really great strains. There are some other ones out there, but orthobiotic is my favorite. So you can check that link out in the description. Another brand I talk about a lot is a store brand. You can even get it at Target, Walgreens, sometimes depending on where you live, called Renew Life. They're one of the experts. That's all they do is probiotics or prebiotics. I really like their Extra Care 30 billion because it has a variety of bifido and lactobacillus strains. It does not have that Saccharomyces boulardii in there. They do make Saccharomyces boulardii that's separate that you can purchase. But it does have those strains in there. You can also get this through my Fullscript dispensary, where you will get a discount if you go in there. But you can also get it through Amazon and other places, or directly through Renew Life. But 30 billion, good variety of strains, shelf stable. So great product. They have a variety of great products, but I really, really like that brand. And then how can you make, these are just 2 examples, but I really like both of these examples. But how can you make your probiotics work better? How can you boost your immunity through foods? Well, of course, you can eat lots of fruits and vegetables. We know that that is beneficial. The vitamin C, the vitamin A, the antioxidants in there, the brightly colored ones, they're going to give us all of those polyphenols and antioxidants. Not all of them, but they're going to, if you eat a good amount, your 5 to 7 servings of fruits and vegetables, with them being mostly vegetables, brightly colored, they're going to give you those, and you're going to stay healthier throughout the viral season. But particularly prebiotics, and those are certain types of fiber that found in foods and in supplements that can help boost your good bacteria. So if you're taking a probiotic and eating these prebiotic rich foods, you can double boost your immunity. So veggies, you're going to look at like Jerusalem artichokes, garlic, onions, leeks, those things in that kind of family. Asparagus, fennel, those can all be prebiotics, or they're rich in prebiotic fibers. Legumes like chickpeas, lentils, red kidney beans, those are all good and high in prebiotic fibers. Fruits like pomegranates, apples, nectarines, green bananas. Now, I know I talk bad about bananas. Sorry, bananas. But they're, a really ripe banana is very high in sugar. But if you get a green banana, it's not as high in sugar. Obviously, it doesn't taste as good, but it's a really high prebiotic food. And then oats is another great option. You always want to make sure you're getting a good quality oat doesn't have sugar added to it, just a regular whole rolled oat, overnight oat kind of thing, or just a pure oat product. And then one of my favorites that is a supplement, but that's so easy to add to your life, is Sunfiber. I talk about that a lot. It's partially hydrolyzed guar gum. Basically, it doesn't sound like it's good, but it is a really good prebiotic fiber because it's very gentle on the gut. It's not, if you do have an imbalanced gut and you're starting out and trying to heal your gut, then it's a great one to add because it's very well tolerated. It also dissolves like instantly into your whatever you're drinking, and you can't taste it, so it's not gritty. So I really like that one as a prebiotic fiber as well. Low FODMAPs, you've heard me talk about FODMAPs. It is low FODMAPs. If you've been here before. If not, you can check out some of my other gut health videos. So that's kind of my rundown on probiotics that help boost your immunity. If you have any additions down below, recommendations, anything you like, any questions you have, please put them in the comments. Thanks for joining me. Please follow me on Instagram. Please like, subscribe, and share so this channel can continue to grow. And I'll see you next week.